Well, hello! It's me, the Dakota Kai guy, and in this video, I'll be going over something I haven't done in a while, actually, and that is my predictions. And these are predictions for NXT TakeOver, Stand, and Deliver. Okay, so this event, like WrestleMania, is taking place over the course of 2 nights, Wednesday and Thursday. So that should be interesting. We got a week full of wrestling ahead of us. But yeah, we'll just get straight into it. Night one, the match I would presume is going to kick off the show. The 6-pack Gauntlet Eliminator match featuring Leon Ruff, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Dexter Loomis, and LA Knights. I believe that's the correct order they'll be entering in as well, based on the Battle Royal they had on NXT. Now, Isaiah Swerve Scott is actually one of my favorite things going on in NXT right now. I've loved his heel turn. He's been very good. Before that, I could not care less about him at all. But yeah, I've been invested in Swerve, and I feel like he's going to eliminate Ruff. Either that, or if they want to keep dragging out Ruff having these random surprise, oh my god, I barely beat him type victories, and Isaiah Swerve Scott keep getting screwed over. But I feel like Swerve will eliminate Ruff, but then, Bronson Reed will come out and squash him. And then Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes is something fucking else. Oh my god. His fucking $1 million man gimmick doing the fucking Ted DiBiase shit is fucking hilarious. But against Bronson, he did manage to outwit him and pick up, was it 1 week or 2 weeks ago? I don't even remember. But he did beat Bronson Reed with a cave-in at one point. I believe Reed will get revenge. He'll eliminate Grimes, but then out comes Dexter Loomis. Loomis will eliminate him, I believe, and then LA Knight. I feel like something screwy will happen. Maybe Bronson is still at ringside while they get that match underway, and then he recovers and gets revenge on LA Knight by costing him the match, and then Dexter Loomis will win, and that means he's the #1 contender to the North American Championship. So that'll be fun. That takes place on night 2. The next match, MSK versus Grizzled Young Veterans versus Legado del Fantasma. So, this match is a triple threat match, not a ladder match, just a triple threat tag team match. And I hope they do a proper tag team match, a proper triple threat tag team match where 3 competitors are legal rather than the fucking whatever they do. Sometimes they have 2 people legal and one of the teams isn't legal at all and you could tag in anyone at any time. That rule is so dumb and stupid. It defeats the purpose of a triple threat. But I digress. I would like Grizzled Young Veterans to win. However, I feel like MSK are slotted in to win this match just because of their massive push they were getting. And then, they did win the Dusty Classic. So, I feel like it's kind of written in plain writing. MSK are going to be victorious. Although I will still be rooting for Grizzled Young Veterans because they are absolutely awesome. Third match, we'll presume, is Pete Dunne versus Kushida. They're fighting over who's the best technical wrestler in the world, but I don't see Daniel Bryan here, so it's obviously a fraudulent match. But on a serious note, I feel like it has to be done. They're not doing anything with Kushida. It doesn't seem like they're trying to push him, really. It seems like they got more focus set on Pete Dunne. Whatever happened with Pat McAfee, I have no idea. He kind of just disappeared. And Birch and Lorcan were stripped of the titles for no reason, because being a faction, they could have easily utilized the Freebird rule, and Dunne could have held the titles with Lorcan. But I guess that makes too much common sense, too much logic there for WWE, and they chose to just strip them completely, and now Pete Dunne's doing his own thing, and I guess only Lorcan is just going to be forgotten about and lost in the shuffle. But yes, Pete Dunne, I have winning this match. I don't really care for it. I guess it'll be a good match, but at this moment, I really couldn't care less about that match. I wouldn't bother me if it was taken off the card. The next one, Tommaso Ciampa versus Walter for the UK Championship. Now, this match is going to be fantastic. As, most TakeOver matches tend to be fantastic, if not all. I feel like Walter has to retain. Why would he randomly lose on a TakeOver to Tommaso Ciampa, of all people, someone who's not even in NXT UK? I just don't see Ciampa winning. But it should be a nail-biting match, to say the least, at the very least. But I have Walter retaining 100%. I don't see him losing to Ciampa. Like, Ciampa would be a decent person to drop it to, but him not being in UK makes me think that that's not who he's dropping it to, just because, it doesn't make sense like that. And then the main event, Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez. Now, this match or this feud rather, is probably the best feud of Shirai's reign so far, because this is one of the only feuds that actually has story to it. Which, if you saw my video earlier, you would have heard me talk plenty about story and championship reigns. But yeah, I feel like Raquel Gonzalez is winning undoubtedly. She pinned Io in War Games, and since then she's been undefeated. The only loss she has is the tag team match where they lost the tag titles, and that was only because Dakota Kai got rolled up, so she wasn't really involved in the finish. Anyways, so in terms of singles competition, she is undefeated, and her only loss, really her only blemish in the past few weeks or month even, is that one tag title loss. So if this was any other pay-per-view, I'd say Io Shirai might retain so they could drag out this feud a little longer and then have Raquel win the second or even third time around maybe. But considering this is Stand and Deliver, this is WrestleMania week, I feel like they're pulling the trigger now and Raquel Gonzalez is going to have her moments. So Io Shirai has had a lengthy title reign. It was pretty all right. She had her time, and now it is the Raquel Gonzalez era. So that ends night 1, and we'll transition into night 2. Johnny Gargano versus Dexter Lumis is what I am assuming will open the show. Dexter Lumis, because it's supposed to be the winner of the Gauntlet Eliminator, which I'm predicting to be Dexter Lumis. And I feel like they're going to pull a trigger with Lumis now, and he is going to be your new North American champion. I feel like if he never got injured in the first place, Dexter Lumis would have initially won that 5-way ladder match at whatever takeover that was for the vacant NA title. So I feel like now it's all going to come full circle and he's finally going to get his hands on that thing, because I don't see any reason for them to continue dragging this feud out or whatever. But it's going to be fun. It should be a fun match. Johnny Gargano is the best. I love his gimmick. It's absolutely fantastic. It reminds me of myself because it is 100% my personality. And yeah, but Dexter Lumis, new North American champion. The next match, Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, who for whatever reason are your NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, which is pure blasphemy and poppycock, but I digress. They are facing The Way, Candice LeRae and India Hartwell. Now, if someone was going to beat Dakota and Raquel, it should have been Indy and Candice to begin with. But again, I'll digress once more. Do I think they're going to win? No, I don't. Would I like them to win? 100%. Yeah, I'm not really fond of Moon and Blackheart. But again, I don't know. I just don't see the story shifting in that way for The Way, to win the titles. I don't know. It wouldn't make sense to me, especially if Johnny is going to lose his championship like I'm predicting. I don't know. I mean, I guess if they want to do it, so like The Way, when they win championships, they're never on the same page. They're never holding titles together. But at this moment, I just can't see them winning the titles. I feel like Blackheart and Moon are in perfect position to retain and continue their reign. Excuse me. Next, Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar in a ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, I haven't been keeping up with the UK, so I don't really know what's going on over there. At one point, I really was invested into it, but I kind of stopped watching for a bit, and then I got out of the loop, and I haven't gotten back into it since. But I'm wearing my Zaya Brookside shirt. That's a random fact. I want Santo Escobar to retain, and I think he will. I don't know enough about what Jordan Devlin's been doing in UK to have like a fair, legitimate why I think this is happening. So Devlin could very well be the favorite, and this could just be an ignorant prediction, but it is a prediction I am going with. Escobar will retain or become unified Cruiserweight Champion, whatever title you'd like to distinguish upon them. But Escobar is winning that match. It's a ladder match. Should be fun. It'll be very interesting to watch. And then in the co-main event of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. It's an unsanctioned match. Anything can happen. No disqualification, I'd imagine. You know, they're not going to be held accountable. NXT's not being held accountable for whatever happens between them. That's just going to be brilliant, isn't it? Borderline like Gargano Ciampa saga type thing. I would like O'Reilly to win, and I believe O'Reilly is going to win. He's pure babyface. I mean, everything is pretty much in his favor. There's no reason for Adam Cole to win. Whether one of them gets called up to the main roster or not after this is a completely different story, since they have pulled the trigger on breaking them up. But I feel like O'Reilly's winning. One thing I find interesting, I don't know if Bobby Fish is out with like a real injury or something, but they haven't talked about Bobby Fish at all. So I don't know what's happening with him. Where does he go? He's like the least reputable member from UE. Though nobody ever talks about him. He never does single stuff anyways. He had like one singles match once. I forget who it was against, but that was like months ago. Um, Maybe Bobby Fish, surprise return, helps Kyle O'Reilly beat Adam Cole. Not a heel turn, just face stuff. You know, like Adam Cole's doing some heel things, and then Bobby Fish comes out to save the day, and they reunite and attack Adam Cole, and O'Reilly wins or something like that, or O'Reilly just wins clean, which would probably be the better outcome, make him look stronger. But O'Reilly's winning that match, no doubt. And in the main event, the second half of the co-main event, Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross. Now this is just like a big money match. Perfect. This is the perfect main event. Balor is only holding the title because Kross got an injury, right? This is the only reason Balor got an opportunity to begin with. And he's been on a roll. He's lost once, and it was pinned in a 6-man tag team match by Pete Dunne. So I would love for Finn to retain, but I feel like the obvious outcome is Kross becoming the champion once again because he hasn't lost. Technically, he did lose. He lost while he was partnering with Finn Balor to challenge for the tag team titles, but he did that on his own accord. So, I mean, he's technically not undefeated anymore, but he's undefeated in matches that are actually important. But yeah, I feel like Karrion Kross is going to win back the NXT Championship. As much as I'd love to see Finn retain and continue reigning supreme, if he's going to drop it to someone, it's going to be Karrion Kross. And I mean, yeah, it should be a great match nonetheless. I feel like that one's a little bit predictable, but I mean, the match itself should be like just perfect. Like there's all the ingredients are in there to make it a stellar, like just classic wrestling match. I mean, yeah, that's everything I've got to say. It's got a pretty stacked card, 5 matches per night so far. Maybe they added something last second, like a battle royal, if they want to copy WrestleMania. I don't know. But 5 matches per night. It seems like a pretty solid card. Each night is stacked with its own matches. And yeah. So those are my predictions. Feel free to leave any feedback in the comments below. Like and subscribe as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Probably for my WrestleMania predictions.